joining us this morning for the Los Angeles Public Bank Press Conference. I am Trinity Tran with Public Bank Los Angeles, and we are joined here today by an incredible group of people. ACE Los Angeles, who brought the people power, SEIU 7 to 1, Inclusive Action for the City, and members of the community with the public banking movement. And we are also honored to be joined by Councilmember Hugo Soto-Martinez, representing Council District 13. So we've got a great lineup today, so we'll just go right ahead and get into it. We are here today because Los Angeles stands at a crossroads, and we are faced with a critical decision. We can continue sending billions of dollars to Wall Street banks, deepening inequality, or we can build a just and sustainable future by keeping LA's money recirculating locally to fund our community's needs. Year after year, Los Angeles is sending over $1.5 billion annually for financial costs that could otherwise be recirculated back into our local communities, and a public bank could redirect these funds from private mega banks, potentially generating up to $15 billion in local investments, directly benefiting Angelenos. And the public bank isn't just an economic strategy, it transforms and revolutionizes the way that our city manages its funds, and it symbolizes justice in its ability to uplift marginalized communities and underserved areas that have been far too long ignored and sidelined by Wall Street and private mega banks. ACE backs a public bank because its ability to generate additional funds to support affordable housing and green energy and sustainable projects in Los Angeles. Inclusive Action supports a public bank because its ability to infuse capital to support small and micro businesses in Los Angeles through participation loans. And SEIU 7 to 1, representing 98,000 workers, backs a public bank because its ability to be a catalyst for job creation and to create and build a stronger city for LA's working family. And that is why the Public Banking Coalition urges Los Angeles City Council to set aside $460,000 in the upcoming budget so that we can fund a plan and create a blueprint for how the city can be able to significantly reduce finance and banking costs and give the city a tool to be able to leverage its own assets to be able to fund city priorities. Now is the time to use our financial power as a force for good and recapture the billions that we send to Wall Street banks and keep that money here locally, supporting LA communities and its people. Now that public banking is legal in the state of California with the passage of the California Public Banking Act, various local governments from across the state are working to establish public banks. So let's seize this historic opportunity and work to establish a public bank that truly serves the people of Los Angeles. Thank you. Okay. So now it's my honor to introduce a Los Angeles leader and true champion of working people, Los Angeles City Council member Hugo Soto-Martinez.
Thank you so much, Trinity, for those kind words. But let's give it up for Trinity. Let's give it up for SEIU 721. Let's give it up to ACE, Inclusive Action, and Haven Neighborhood Services. Y'all are doing the amazing work on the ground, and I'm just happy to be here and give a voice in City Council. But like Trinity said, we are definitely at a critical point because the city has to decide whether we spend less than $500,000 right now to advance a project that will potentially save us billions of dollars on the long run. Does that sound like a hard decision for anybody here? No! It sounds pretty simple to me. So instead of wasting billions of dollars every year paying off our loans and bonds, the city could be spending that money on solving homelessness, making housing more affordable, doing public infrastructure projects, and so much more. This is our money. We should be using it the way that it best serves the people of Los Angeles. Now, does that sound like a hard decision to you? No. Absolutely not. I think this is super simple. To me, that's a no-brainer because we know what private banks have done to this country. Who remembers the recession of 2008? Who remembers every single dollar that we had to pay bailing these big Wall Street corporations out? Who remembers that? Oh yeah. And when that happened, who was hurt the most in this entire process? The people. It was working people. It was not, the private banks did not look out for any of us. Instead, their power has grown. They've consolidated. They've gotten bigger. And so I think the city of Los Angeles, an amazing entity, a powerful entity, can do the same in making sure that we create a municipal public bank to make sure we look out for the people of the city of Los Angeles. As I mentioned, the issues of homelessness, safe streets, renter support, all these things that are happening here. When we have these discussions at City Council, there's always about, well, there's not enough money. What is our priority? What do we have to find? How do we find more revenues? These discussions always happen, and ultimately the decisions that are made, in my opinion, are not centering the working people of Los Angeles, the people that deserve the most support. Right. And it doesn't have to be this way. And one of the paths forward could be getting a public bank. Am I right? Yeah. So I think we're all here to tell my colleagues and tell the people here in this building, including myself, well, not me, you don't have to convince me, but let's find that money. It's $460,000. We spend that money quickly on many other things. This is a no-brainer. Let's get that money. Let's go find it. And let's give the people of the city of Los Angeles what we know, what they want. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Hugo Soto-Martinez, for your words and leadership. We are 100% behind you to get this across the finish line. Next, I'd like to introduce our fearless leader from SEIU 7-1 and the Fix LA Coalition, Felipe Caceres.
All right, thank you, Trinity. Good morning, everybody. My name's Felipe Caceres. I'm with SEIU Local 721. We represent over 100,000 public sector workers here in Southern California. And we're here today to make sure that the City Council hears the voice of working people. As my brother said, Hugo Soto-Martinez, he said, right, we need to guarantee working class jobs, but union jobs, always. Because if we don't guarantee that these are union jobs, we are going to be at a race to the bottom in this city. And we need to fix LA for our Olympics and for these many events that we have. If we have these events and we don't have union jobs and we don't finance long-term affordable housing in this city, members like our City of LA employees who clean this building every single day, take out the trash in this building every single day, but cannot afford to live and cannot be financed for a home in the city that they live in. So we're here to demand that the City Council put what many City Council folks have said is budget dust into a report to make sure that the city invests in a long-term public bank. At the state of California, SEIU has demanded that cities do this, and we've passed infrastructure to make sure that cities can do this. We need the City of LA to do this study. We're going to go into City Council, make sure our voices are heard, and demand that the City of LA put what's called budget dust into a study to save billions of dollars for workers and the community here in the City of LA. Thank you, everybody.
Let's go. Thank you, Felipe. And next, I'd like to introduce Ms. Beverly Roberts, a longtime warrior taking on predatory big banks in Los Angeles.
Come on, Ms. Beverly. Let's go, Bev.
Okay. Hello, my name is Beverly Roberts, and I'm a member of ACE Action and a chair for the Home Defenders League. For over a decade, ACE and I have fought against the predatory practices of Wall Street banks like Wells Fargo, which has taken billions of dollars from black and brown communities in Los Angeles through excessive fees. And not only that, we invest in them, but my question to you, why don't you invest in us?
That's right. That's right.
Wells Fargo alone has been fined multiple times Most recently, guess what? $3.7 billion. That's a lot of.
Here's where it hurt.
That's where it hurts. Thank you, Mama. And for their legal practices that cause many to lose their homes and cars. So that's the reason why I say we investment too, not only homes and cars. We invest in them, so they need to invest in our community.
That's right.
Our public dollars should support banks like Wells Fargo. We demand better for our community, don't we?
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
we?
That's right.
Because I like nice things too. A public bank in Los Angeles would allow us to stop this fraud and create real solutions for affordable housing and fair lending. It's time to stop fighting these big bad banks. Let me say that again. It's time to stop fighting these big bad banks and start investing in our community.
That's
Invest in the community.
Invest in the community. Invest in the community. Invest in the community.
Thank you. Let's fund the public bank study and reclaim billions of our taxpayer money to build a better future for all of us. And I mean all of us.
All of
Thank
us.
you, Beverly. All right, thank you. And so, for our final speaker, I'd like to introduce Luz Castro. Inclusive Action for the City has been a longtime champion of the street vending campaigns, and they work tirelessly to support LA's small and micro businesses. Thank you, Luz.
Thank you so much, Trinity. Good morning. Buenos dias a todos. My name is Luz Castro, and I'm here representing Inclusive Action for the City. We are a community development financial institution, mostly known as a CDFI, and we work every day, like Trinity said, supporting small businesses, micro businesses, whether that be street vendors, food truck owners, or commercial business owners. And you've already heard from my colleagues, and you also heard from Councilmember Hugo Soto-Martinez about the importance of a public bank, and I echo my support for that. I also want to provide my perspective on why this bank is crucial for ensuring that communities have access to wealth building opportunities. Imagine in LA where every Angelino has the support to start and grow their business, that they have access to retirement systems, that they have access to a strong financial safety net. Public bank will be that powerful tool that we need to advance economic justice, promote economic development, and provide additional access to capital for our communities. Not only will public bank increase the capacity for CDFIs like Inclusive Action, but it will allow us to bring to fruition innovative projects that prioritize community interests over profit motives. Public bank will be more than just another financial institution. It will be a symbol of opportunity, a catalyst for dreams, and a means of community reinvestment. With the public bank in LA, we can build a stronger, more inclusive city where every Angelino, regardless of immigration status, has access to supportive financial institutions that work for them and not against them. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Luz. We actually have one more speaker. I'd like to introduce Javier Sarmiento, who will be speaking in Spanish. Javier is with ACE Action, Los Angeles.
Vamos con todo.
Español. Buenos días compañeros, compañeras. Estamos aquí porque queremos que en Los Ángeles haya un banco que trabaje para la comunidad minoritaria, las minorías, la gente que trabaja cheque a cheque, porque miramos que los bancos hoy en día solo cobran fees, intereses, y no tenemos representación digna. Necesitamos que el Public Bank trabaje con la ciudad para ahorrar el dinero, porque la ciudad está gastando mucho en pagarle los honorarios a los bancos. Es por eso que hoy estamos aquí, para que haya algo transparente, que tengamos acceso, porque solo todos los días estamos trabajando y nosotros no miramos nada claro. No podemos ahorrar, ¿por qué? Porque los bancos nos quitan intereses muy altos. Es por eso que necesitamos el apoyo de la comunidad y los que están trabajando en la ciudad, ¿verdad? Para que nos representen a nosotros, las minorías. Y ya podemos escuchar a todos los compañeros que han hablado antes de mí y ellos se han propuesto lo que tenemos que hacer para que se nos oiga y entablen ellos reglas que nos ayuden a nosotros, porque actualmente no están trabajando para nosotros. Ellos se están haciendo ricos y nosotros los trabajadores no tenemos cómo subsistir en este país. Es por eso que necesitamos que haya transparencia. Y les agradezco mucho que nos hayan dado esta oportunidad hoy aquí para mandar este mensaje. Es muy importante, ¿verdad, compañeros? De que nos hagan justicia, porque necesitamos que el banco sea transparente con nosotros. Sí, sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede, sí se puede. Sí, tenemos que poner énfasis en esto, ¿verdad? Es muy importante, compañeros. Estamos aquí en varias asociaciones y necesitamos que nos oigan. Escúchenos, porque si no, este país, la manera que estamos hoy para aquí, cada día se pone más difícil y los banqueros no nos hacen caso. Es por eso que tenemos hoy en día de que los políticos nos escuchen. Ya es tiempo, ¿verdad?, que se pongan las pilas, ¿verdad? Pónganse las pilas, porque si no, nosotros vamos a estar aquí viniendo y diciendo lo que sentimos la comunidad. ¿Verdad, compañeros? Sí, se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Power to the people. Sí se puede. 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 Bueno, muchas gracias y otra vez que nos escuchen, ¿verdad? Por favor, porque es importante la voz del pueblo. No los tomen, tómenos en consideración, por favor. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Javier. So that wraps the public bank press conference. As Felipe and others have said, $500,000 is budget dust in the long run to build financial infrastructure that will save the city billions of dollars and build intergenerational wealth. This is our chance to mobilize public revenue to serve public interest. So let's fight for a public bank and put the power of money in the hands of the people where it belongs. Thank you, everyone, and thank you to ACE, Los Angeles, SEIU 721, Inclusive Action, and community members. Thank you so much for joining us.